Hi there. We have finished another week on our chronological Bible reading. Today we're going to discuss any insights we have from day 97 to day 103. For those who would like to be up to date on a daily basis, you may visit my other social media accounts, my Facebook at Truth Insight 2020, my Instagram truth.insight, and my Twitter at truthinsight_. On these social media accounts, you will see what books, what chapters, and what verses to read for the day. Now, let's get to our discussion. So, beginning on day 97. On this day, we read the book of Ruth, chapters 1 to 3, and chapter 4, verses 1 to 12. One item here, Ruth, chapter 1, verses 20 to 21, it says, "Don't call me Naomi," she responded. "Instead, call me Mara, for the Almighty has made life very bitter for me. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me home empty. Why call me Naomi when the Lord has caused me to suffer and the Almighty has sent such tragedy upon me?" My insight here, there are times when we feel the same way, right? Like Naomi here. Just, if you've read this chapter, you'll see that life is very bitter for her indeed, right? But for us, during those times, we just have to pray and talk to our God. Okay. Next day, day 98. On this day, we read the book of Ruth, chapter 4, verses 13 to 22, and the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 2, verses 9 to 55, and chapter 4, verses 1 to 23, and then the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verses 1 to 8. So, one item here, 1 Chronicles chapter 4 verses 9 to 10, it says, "There was a man named Jabez who was more honorable than any of his brothers. His mother named him Jabez because his birth had been so painful. He was the one who prayed to the God of Israel, 'Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do and keep me from all trouble and pain.' And God granted him his request." Notice that this is specially mentioned within the records of genealogies, right? So you'll see it's just names, right? And then all of a sudden, this big description of Jabez. We can actually pray this way, right? Next, day 99. On this day, we read the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 1, verses 9 to 28, and chapters 2 to 3, and chapter 4, verses 1 to 11. So the item here is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 30 to 31. It says, "Therefore, the Lord, the God of Israel, says, I promised that your branch of the tribe of Levi would always be my priests. But I will honor those who honor me, and I will despise those who think lightly of me. The time is coming when I will put an end to your family, so it will no longer serve as my priest. All the members of your family will die before their time. None will reach old age. So for us today, do not be deceived. Know that disobedience will always lead to punishment. Next day, day 100. On this day, we read the book of 1 Samuel chapter 4 verses 12 to 22 and chapters 5 to 8. Item here, 1 Samuel chapter 8 verses 1 to 3. It says, as Samuel grew old, he appointed his sons to be judges over Israel. Joel and Abijah, his oldest sons, held court in Beersheba. But they were not like their father, for they were greedy for money. They accepted bribes and perverted justice. Just like Eli, Samuel failed to discipline his sons. God wants us to discipline our children to be obedient to Him. Yes, if you read the Bible, you will know that God wants us. So let me just point out here. God wants us to discipline our children to be obedient to Him. It's important. Right? Next day, day 101. On this day, we read the book of 1 Samuel chapters 9 to 12. And the item here is 1 Samuel chapter 12 verses 23 to 24. It says, as for me, I will certainly not sin against the Lord by ending my prayers for you. And I will continue to teach you what is good and right. But be sure to fear the Lord and faithfully serve Him. Think of all the wonderful things He has done for you. For us today, let us choose to fear the Lord and serve Him. Next day, 103. So this is the last day for today. On this day, we read the book of 1 Samuel chapters 15 to 16 and chapter 17 verses 1 to 31. The item here is 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 14, which says, now the Spirit of the Lord had left Saul, and the Lord sent a tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. For us today, let us choose to obey God. Let us choose to forgive if we don't want to be tormented. This was mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament. So notice here, the Lord sent a tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. If you read about this one, what Jesus mentioned by Jesus in the New Testament, right? About forgiveness and being tormented. So you'll see what I mean, right? Because there you will know that if you don't forgive, then you will be tormented. That's all for today. See you again next time. May God bless us all.